The most common advice about growing an email list is offer something for free, which is technically correct, but it's a bit like telling someone who wants to learn how to cook that the secret is to use ingredients. It's accurate, not useful. The free thing matters enormously, and most people building their list for the first time pick the wrong one. Not because they don't try, but because nobody told them what makes the difference. In this video, I'm going to walk you through a simple framework for choosing or building a lead magnet that actually grows your business, not just your list. Because a big list full of the wrong people isn't an asset, it's a monthly bill from your email provider. By the end, you'll know what makes a lead magnet work, what makes it attract the right people, and how to connect the free offer to your paid one so the whole thing makes sense. Before anything else, let's clear something up. People don't opt in because something is free. Free is everywhere. Free ebooks, free guides, free PDFs. Your inbox is a graveyard of things you downloaded and never opened. Something just being free stopped being a differentiator about a decade ago. What makes someone hand over their email address is perceived value. The feeling that this specific thing will solve a problem they actually have, right now, in a way that saves them time, money, or effort. The question to ask about your lead magnet isn't, is this free? It's, is this worth more to them than the mild annoyance of being on another email list? If the answer isn't an obvious yes, start over. The instinct when building a lead magnet is to make it as broadly useful as possible. Cast a wide net, help the most people. That instinct is working against you. The ultimate guide to growing your online business. Sounds impressive, but it sounds so general that anyone could download it. And most of the people who do won't be your customer. Meanwhile, something like the 3-part welcome sequence template for coaches who hate writing emails speaks directly to one person's problem. Will you get fewer downloads? Yes. But the people who download it are exactly who you want. Specificity also signals expertise. A narrow topic done well says, I understand your world in detail. A broad topic says, I know some things about some stuff. Here's the practical test. Can you picture the exact moment in someone's week when they Google a problem your lead magnet solves? If you can, it's specific enough. This is the part most people skip, and it's the most important one. Your lead magnet needs to sit on a logical ladder that leads toward your paid product. Not vaguely in the same general area, but directly on the path. Here's how to think about it. Your paid product solves a big problem. Your lead magnet should solve a small version of that same problem. It gets the person partway there, demonstrates that progress is possible, and in doing so reveals the bigger problem underneath, the one your product addresses fully. So as an example, you sell a Thrive Leads course. Your lead magnet is a checklist named 10 reasons your opt-in forms aren't converting. The checklist surfaces problems. The course solves them. Someone who downloads that checklist, works through it and goes, oh no, I'm doing 4 of these, is now a warm lead for your course. The free thing created the appetite. The paid thing satisfies it. If your lead magnet is completely disconnected from your paid offer, you're building a list of people who like free stuff, not a list of people who might buy your thing. A lot of first-time list builders default to an ebook because it sounds substantial. 30 pages, that feels like value. But here's the problem. 30 pages is also 30 pages of effort the subscriber has to put in before they get a payoff. And most won't. They'll download it, tell themselves they'll read it this weekend and forget about it. Along with you. The formats that work best right now are the ones that deliver quick wins. Checklists, short templates they can copy and use immediately. A one-page reference guide they keep open while they work. A short video training where they follow along and finish with something actually done. The goal is to get them to a result before they had time to get bored or distracted. That result, the I actually did the thing moment, is what builds trust. And trust is what eventually turns a subscriber into a buyer. So don't ask, how can I make this feel more substantial? But ask, how fast can I get them to a win? One more thing. You probably won't nail the perfect lead magnet on the first try. That's fine. The goal isn't perfection, it's information. Build your first lead magnet based on this framework. Deploy it and see who opt in. See what they do after. If signups are high, but nobody opens your email, the wrong people are opting in. Thrive Leads makes this easy to test. You can run different offers against each other. Different topics, different formats, different headlines, in the same spot on your site, with the same traffic. And it will tell you which one is pulling better. You're not guessing, you're learning. Most people build one lead magnet and move on. The ones with thriving lists Treat it like a product. You launch it, watch the data, improve it, and test again. Building your list is one of the best long-term investments you can make in your business. But the email address is just the beginning. What you put in front of people, why you put it there, and how it connects to what you're selling, that's the strategy. Specific problem, fast win, clear path to your paid offer. Test and improve. Start there, and the list you build will actually be worth having. If you want to see how to set all of this up inside Drive Leads, forms, targeting, A/B testing, all of it, there's a playlist above me that will get you started. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video and learned something from it. If you did, please drop a like or subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.